What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen. This time, honey, I am back for a recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. This will be season 8, the reunion part 2. Child, this part of the reunion, it was good, honey. It was good. Honey, when I tell you that Chris Bassett dragged Gizelle's behind, honey, he dragged her so bad, honey. I said, get her, Chris. Chris said, honey, I done had enough. Chris started out on this show as a white man, and now he a brother. Okay, he a brother from another mother. Okay, that is a black man now. He has such a no-nonsense part of him. Before, he was very jovial and, fun-loving. And I'm pretty sure he's still that way. But it's a shame that Chris had to do a whole about-face on this show. Started out trying to be nice to all the women, and Gizelle, look at what you did. Okay? You didn't take down a black man. Well, you tried. Okay, with some of the husbands on the show. Ray and Eddie. Now you tried to take down old Chris Bassett, but Chris said, honey, not today, and tomorrow don't look good either. And I don't know about you guys, but this whole reunion, there were different parts where I really felt that Candiace was leaving. Like, there was some stuff that happened, right? Where it seemed like, I'll get to it. I have it, in my notes. I'll get to it. But yeah, it felt very final, like with Chris's attitude and then some of the stuff that Candiace said. But honey, let's get off into it. So the episode picks up where it left off with Mia saying that Ink thinks that Jeremiah is his son. I guess they had an affair shortly after Mia was married to Gordon. Mia then says she had an IUI. Mia says that her son is Gordon's child. And honey, Miss Robinson is confused. And God is not the author of confusion. Mia is. Like, Mia, girl, you be saying so much. Okay, and it just be confusing. It's like, is this a lie? Is this the truth? Like, I don't know what to believe. The boy and the girl, to me, they look like Gordon. Them is Gordon's cheering, honey. And Andy asks Mia, well, why does Ink think that Jeremiah is his son? And Mia says maybe he wants him to be. So there is that, honey. Karen asks Andy to move on from the situation of the child's paternity. Andy says Karen called Mia a hoe. Karen denied that first, but then ended up admitting to it. Mia says Andy is the biggest hoe of them all, and he agrees. Karen calls Ink a rapper. Mia says he's a radio personality. Andy says in 20 markets. Andy confronts Mia about, her event where she was honoring and paying homage to the icons, and Gordon praised her for being a good wife. And Andy is just like, well, how did it go from that to y'all about to, get a divorce and you got a new man? But Mia confided, she admitted to Robin that in the, what'd she say, the saw cave they was in, that she admitted that she was getting ready to divorce Gordon. She didn't like, his behavior towards her. Gizelle asked Mia, why was Gordon so upset with her in that last scene they filmed? Is it because you're leaving Gordon, or because he's broke and Ink has more money? Mia says no. Ink has nothing to do with her separation with Gordon. Mia says she's leaving Gordon because he's waking her up at 4 a.m. I said, oh, hell no. Shout out to Maya Wilkes, honey, from Girlfriends. Hell no, I see why you cheating and got a side nigga. I mean, I'm just saying, I can see it. Okay, don't play with my sleep, and nigga, don't play with my money. Okay, and you didn't play with both. Okay, emptying her bank account to zero. Mia, have you ever heard of a second account? What the hell going on over there? And then this nigga, you the one supporting him, and he emptying your bank account? Okay, and that's the thing right there. Isn't Gordon's family allegedly like accusing him of stealing? So if Mia, honey, if he will take your money, then hell, ain't no telling what, he done did to his family. I mean, I'm just saying, that's why Mia is not completely on Gordon's side with that whole thing with the family business and his family and the money and, Okay, and I'm sorry, but we would not be putting on a united front if you empty out my damn bank account. That is financial abuse. Okay, financial abuse. Too many women feel like just because a nigga ain't putting his hands on them, they not in an abusive relationship. Child, bye. Mia says Gordon is in therapy as he should be. Mia is financially supporting Gordon. That wouldn't be me. She got some of y'all got some big ass hearts, and I ain't got it because I'd be done with your ass. Okay, don't bother the coins, nigga. Okay, beat it. Let me be quiet, honey. Beat and did some shiggity honey to Gordon. You know he an older man, and y'all know how I feel about my baby oil and about, cleaning with baby oil, honey, in the bathroom. We gonna leave it right there. I would have fun with his ass. It would be Home Alone up in that house. Okay, bother something else, nigga. Okay, Andy questions her about having more money than Gordon when they got married, because she made it look like she was being a gold digger and he had all this money and then she admitted that she married him for the money. So Mia says she lost 3 grandparents in 1 year and got an inheritance from that. Mia says Gordon was functioning bankrupt when they first got together and had an extravagant wedding. Mia is being sued for rent and Gordon hasn't paid his portion. Hell no. First off, it looked like, I know a lot of people are saying Mia played Gordon, but it looked like Gordon played Mia. Shit, okay? He made you believe. He another Simon, honey. He ain't even a Simon, because Simon, all the red flags, all the writings was written on the walls, and dumbass, dumb diddy dumb Portia still didn't take heed, still wouldn't read, the red flag, still didn't read the Yelp review, and she still chose to marry another woman's husband. Okay, I'm just saying. But yeah, now Mia is on the blogs being sued for rent. Gordon hasn't paid his portion, but then I'm confused. Aren't you supporting Gordon? So bitch, get to paying his part of the rent. Okay, what is we doing? I bet you that nigga Gordon, honey, Gordon think he's slick. He gonna say to Mia, I came to the reunion. Why wasn't at the reunion to support Rhop, but I came. We divorcing. Did y'all hear him at the end? That's still my wife. And then he said, well, ex-wife. See, he there for that money though. Gordon ain't got me fooled. So for Mia to say, oh, well, I'm not paying his portion, that's not fair. How is he getting money? Does he have the money? Like, what is going on? I was confused. Was y'all confused? Okay, and God is not the author of confusion. Mia is. Okay. Mia has signed a affidavit Mia can't get a divorce until June of 2024. They don't want her divorcing Gordon before then because their businesses are up for sale. So she can't get a divorce until, all of that is handled, honey. So we get on. Wendy and Candiace didn't check in with Mia while she was having problems with Gordon. Gordon confided in Chris and Eddie about his problems with Mia. And my whole thing with this is, Mia, they didn't check in with you because they don't see you as a friend. Andy, these women, believe it or not, are not friends. They don't take Mia seriously. They feel like Mia is episode of Jerry Springer mixed with Maury Povich waiting to happen. That's how they see Mia, like a train wreck. They don't take her seriously enough to get involved. Wendy got to talking about how Mia had physically assaulted her last year. Robin and Gizelle, okay, they was over there talking about, well, yeah, you saying she physically assaulted you and then you was bumping coochies with her. And I was always against Wendy doing that because I feel like, Wendy, that makes you look like a fraud. You're contradicting yourself. On one hand, you're saying this lady is violent and abusive and disrespectful towards you, and then you bumping coochies with her. Then you got the Green Eye Bandits. They see that. They go throw that in your face. They don't take Wendy seriously. They feel like she says one thing and does another. So Mia, I know you want to have a good time on the show with the girls, honey, but I wouldn't be bumping coochies with these heifers, especially not after somebody threw a damn drink. I would have to, I'm so petty, honey, I would have to get some revenge, okay? I would act real cool with the bitch, and then a drink going right in her damn face, and I'm be like, girl, I was just playing, girl. Okay, a whole Long Island to her face, honey, yes. Wendy tells Mia she never said anything about what Gordon said about her. Candiace said she felt uncomfortable getting involved in Mia's business. Andy says reaching out saying you are concerned is not getting involved. Yes it is. Shit. Yes it is, Andy, and she don't value Mia enough to follow up with her on what's going on with her and Gordon. Okay? Mia is the type of person where she always has some type of drama that she's involved in. You have people that are drama queens. They are always like in something. She's in this marriage. She still got a new boyfriend. Like, she don't know the paternity of her child. She claims she do. We don't know what's true, what's not true. So you don't get involved with heifers like that reside on the first floor. Okay. Mia says she has never had a throuple with Jacqueline and Ink. Jacqueline is very supportive of Mia's relationship with Ink. Mia has a penthouse in Washington, D.C., right? This is what I'm talking about with Mia. She got a Washington, got a penthouse in Washington, D.C. Gordon has an apartment in Charlotte. And then Gordon, he got an apartment in Charlotte. Where the hell was they at in Potomac? Because he still owe on that place. He still owe on that place. Like, what the hell? But then Mia turns around and says, and they're going through a divorce, right? So they plan on breaking up. They are split up. And she's with Ink, but she's living in her place with the 2 kids. She didn't mention that Ink lived with her. And then she goes on to say, just like, if we're not even more freaking confused, right? Just to add insult to injury, honey, just to make us even more confused, Mia says that Gordon will be relocating across the street from her in a condo. Like, girl, like, what? Mia, girl. What is going on, sis? Why does this nigga need to be across the street? And I'm pretty sure they will tell us, but the kids. I told y'all people love that for the kids shit. Okay? So I'm just all types of confused, but we're talking about Mia, right? Gizelle's guy friend that she's pretending to date got caught kissing a blonde. As usual, Gizelle doesn't care. The man already told her about it. I already did my commentary on Gizelle dismissing Candiace's tears about her father. And a lot of y'all got in the comments saying, well, why should Gizelle buy into Candiace's tears? And this is the thing when you are on these shows. I thought back to season 7, right, of Real Housewives of Atlanta, when Nene stormed off stage, because she got to talking about her mother. She got very emotional. Kenya has that in common with Nene, where, she has issues with her mother. But guess what? No matter how much hate Kenya had for Nene and Nene had for Kenya, and them going back and forth, okay, them seeing each other, no matter what, guess what? Guess what Kenya did season 7 at that reunion? She put her big girl panties on and went to check in on Nene. Even told Candy to get her ass up and feel something for Nene. Okay? And that is, that's how you show people, yeah, I may be the villain on this here show, but guess what? I'm a villain that still has a heart. I am still moved by somebody's tears. I understand this woman's pain. I may not like her at times, but I still understand her pain, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to be supportive of her. Okay? Kenya was also there for Drew and spoke up on behalf of Drew. I told y'all I gave Kenya props for that. Okay? We also remember when Nene, and we heard this from Carlos, that even though Kenya was at odds with a lot of the girls, it was Nene that got the girls to, film with Kenya for season 6, because they didn't really want to be bothered with her. Kenya didn't want to come back, but Nene embraced Kenya. And I said all of that to say this. They were doing what was good for the show. And that's what Gizelle fails to understand. She doesn't do anything for the show. Everything is for Gizelle. She can't put her pride to the side. She can't, and I'm not at all saying that she needed to get up and hug Candiace, but acknowledge that, guess what? Somebody feels bad for you. They feel bad for you. They can acknowledge your pain. But yeah, Gizelle was still a bitch on that stage and is being praised for it. But yeah, so that's the difference between a Gizelle, a Kenya, and a Nene. People love comparing Gizelle to those two, but she don't hold a candle to them. She don't. So they talk to Candiace. Ashley says she doesn't know anything about Michael's lawsuit against Candiace. I don't believe that. It got dismissed. We got Candiace and Robin. Robin feels like Candiace threw her under the bus online with her commentary on Juan and the woman in the hotel. I feel like this. And I love you, Candiace. I do. Y'all know I love her music. I love her persona. But I will say this. Candiace, you cannot get online and go off on your friend like that. You can't do that. Even with the calling Juan out, and I get Candiace felt a way, but I feel like if you still, now if it was fuck Robin and you don't never want to have nothing to do with her again, do what you did the first time. But, you know, wear her ass out on social media. But I feel like for you, this is where you go wrong, Candiace. You say all this shiggity on your interviews about Robin. She's a fraud. She withheld her real storyline of Juan cheating. And then they came for my husband. And you're saying all of that on social media. You take it to your Twitter to make comments. But then you are reaching out to Robin, who you claim you love, and you like, you mad at me? Why you mad at me? What, you know, and it's just like, you cannot move like that, Candiace. You cannot move like that. And I will say this, even with the situation with her and Monique. And Monique was dead ass. I don't care what nobody say, she was wrong for that to go that far with Candiace and to fight her like that. But I will say this, Candiace, you need to start walking away. You're going to have to walk away from certain people. Don't keep, don't egg nobody on. You're going to have to learn that, because one thing that people don't want is somebody talking shit to them and then they crying about it. Then you talking shit about Robin, now you crying about it, now you sad. It doesn't read genuine to people. It doesn't. I think that's what the problem is. It doesn't read genuine. But I feel like Candiace was, very upset with that whole Robin and Juan situation, especially, her friend is coming for Chris. It does kind of look a little bit suspicious. They talk about the lumps in Candiace's breast. And then I put in my notes, honey, that's something worth crying about. See, I can deal with you crying about that because that makes sense. They actually shrunk, so I was so happy to hear that. She went on tour. The tour was successful. She doesn't like how Drew Sidora does business. Drew Sidora is kind of another Mia. You don't really know what the truth is, but she's an actress. And she's a good actress. We'll give Drew that, but yeah. So, Andy asks Ashley, now that the lawsuit has been dismissed between Candiace and Michael, since that whole thing is done, do you think you and Candiace will ever be friends? And I'm just looking like, nigga, say what? Say who? Say what? Andy, these women are not friends, okay? The name of the damn show actually should be, What About Your Friends? Okay, from TLC. That's what that girl. None of these women on this show is friends, except there's little cliques. There's Gizelle and Robin and the rest of you heifers. And then you got Candiace and Wendy. They cool. And then they may tolerate Karen and, she cool and neutral with all of y'all. Ashley ain't nobody's friend. If she is, she's Gizelle and Robin's friend. But yeah, ain't no real friendships on this show. That's why the show is playing out the way in which it is. So I was looking at him like, Andy, you special. And then you got to look at this. Ashley despises Candiace. How do we know that? We will say allegedly, but it looked like she set her up to be jumped by Deborah. The way that Deborah came at Candiace so aggressive, it seemed premeditated. It seemed planned, and it seemed like Ashley set all that up. That's what I think. Robyn says that Gizelle and Candiace were friends when her and Candiace were friends. And I'm like, that is not true. I don't think Candiace ever cared for Gizelle as much as she cared for Robyn. I will say that. I noticed her emotions for Robyn are different from, the thoughts and emotions she's had about Gizelle. She has cussed Gizelle's ass out many a times. I think, if anything, that Candiace probably wanted Gizelle's approval for the show. Not friendship, but I want to be cool enough with you to maintain on this show, since Gizelle is a lead on this show. I think that's what that was about. But that's how I knew Robyn wasn't Candiace's friend, for her saying that. Because, damn well, Gizelle never cared for Candiace. You admitted that you did. And like a lot of people say about Robyn, I don't think Robyn would be as horrible without Gizelle. I really, I don't know. I see her being down to earth, able to kick it with the girls. Whenever Gizelle wasn't around on Potomac and Robyn was there, she was able to get along with the girls. Okay. I don't know why they don't have that conversation. That's a conversation they need to have. That's why y'all can't move forward, because of Gizelle. Y'all keep looking to her. Robyn, you're looking to her to decide who you should be cool with on the show and who you should not be cool with on the show. Gizelle then has the audacity to say nobody supported Candiace more with that fight with Monique in season 5. Nobody supported Candiace more than her. And Candiace shot back at her and said, you only supported me because you hated Monique. And I was like, damn, she gets it. I was so happy, because that had always been speculated, but to hear Candiace say it out of her mouth put a stamp on it. I was like, good. You finally get that the support was not real, because as soon as Monique got off this show, she began gunning for your ass, you and Wendy. Okay, guys, I'm going to go to my community page and read what I put up there for you guys to comment on, for you guys to vote on. So I put, Candiace mentioned that Gizelle only had her back because she hated Monique. Do you believe that? 88% of you said yes, and 12% of you all said no. So one person says, finally, she gets it. It's about time. We all knew it but her. Yeah, I think so. Another person says Gizelle gaslit. Are you calling her what, a gaslighter? Did the same to Mia against Wendy last season. Yep, you right. Another person says, I'm surprised she figured that out. I'm shocked she said it out her mouth. Okay? I'm shocked she actually said it. One of you all also put, yes, and after Monique left, Gizelle went after Wendy's marriage. Wendy got in Gizelle's ass, then Gizelle went after Candiace's marriage. Yeah, because she expected for Candiace to get over it, but Candiace refused to be her damn puppet. And women like Gizelle will get mad at you for not letting you control them. Okay? Gizelle has no reason to be mad at Wendy when she goes after Wendy's marriage. Wendy should have said that to Gizelle last year at the reunion when Gizelle pointed at Wendy saying she doesn't like her. Wendy should have told Gizelle we were fine until you tried to bring drama to my marriage. Yep. And I had to check you for that, and now you're mad, Gizelle. Yes, Gizelle is the type of person where she will get mad at you for your response to how she's treating you. She's that abusive. Okay? Child, with friends like her, who needs enemies, honey? Candiace also says that she felt like Robyn was more supportive than Gizelle with that whole fight with Monique. Robyn would call her and check in. See, you got to pay attention to stuff like that. She always valued Robyn more than Gizelle. Did she probably still want Gizelle's validation to be on this show? Yeah. But I think it was more business. And I think with Robyn, it was more personal. But that's why I'm looking at Candiace. Like, if you really cared about Robyn, you know damn well you don't get online talking about your friend. You call your friend up. What's up, friend? And Candiace did check in with Robyn, right? But she should have did that before she started to talk shiggity. Oh, did y'all hear when Gizelle told Candiace, get out of here? And Candiace says, I'm out. Did y'all catch that? So I'm like, is that her quitting the show? Like, if y'all really watch, especially watch it on Peacock, the reunion. Like, I don't know. I was getting some signs, some hints, and some warnings, honey, that her and Chris was not returning for another season. And NECA, girl, they gonna come after you and Ike, okay? So be ready if you come back. I don't think NECA should come back. She don't fit the show. I would much rather see Kay come on the show. Robyn says she was hit hard by the colorism conversation they had at the last reunion. Candiace says Robyn had ignored her texts. Candiace apologized for hurting Robyn's feelings. Robyn had never been accused of colorism. Why are you so mad about that, though? I don't think that they accused her of colorism. I don't think Candiace accused anybody. She wanted you guys to be aware that colorism exists. And, you know, I think it was more so directed against Gizelle. Put it in the comments, guys. I don't understand why Robyn felt so strongly. And then y'all were acting really mean with Wendy when Mia assaulted Wendy with that drink. That's probably why they wore your ass out, Robyn. Okay? Robyn had never been accused of colorism, like she said. Robyn says she was hurt by Candiace accusing her of plotting on her husband. NECA tries to get Robyn to accept Candiace's apology. Candiace is over it, so she walks off. NECA says she has never attacked anybody on social media. She feels like she's been attacked and dragged all season. She wants to speak up more. Child, they are not addressing you. Maybe they'll say that for part 3, but yeah, they didn't really talk about you, NECA. You never talked about how you an attorney and stuff. Like, I would have never known she was an attorney. She didn't make much of a splash to me. Mia encourages NECA to speak up more, and so does Ike. He said he will even speak for her, and she was like, child, that ain't helping me. You would have been better off staying where Juan is at. I was like, oh. I am so happy that Juan Dixon is not here. Okay. Robyn, girl, you need to put that on the shirt, honey, because that's true. True. Okay. Chris Bassett wasn't around much this season, so they have the husbands on the stage. And I told you, there's a different tone that Chris has with this group, especially with Gizelle. He felt uncomfortable about the lies that were being said about him last year. He also told Andy he don't give a fuck. I was like, damn. I told y'all, Chris has always been fun-loving, jovial, but child, he mad, and I don't blame him. Okay, they asked him about the lady that lied on him, said she had an affair with him. He said he doesn't know her. Now, did y'all see how Robyn was trying to be all on Chris' ass about that, but didn't want to interrogate Juan on camera about him messing with the lady, honey, down to the hotel? Okay, you don't even be in Juan's ass like that, Robyn, so how dare you? Okay, Robyn has a lot of nerve. Okay, lot of nerve. Robyn kept saying to Chris, so that lady Photoshop screenshots, Chris denied it. Chris said the lady came out and said that she lied about the whole thing. Then Robyn was like, yeah, but she retracted that. Child, it was a lie. Candiace says she didn't pay the lady off. Candiace says she's so distrusting of Gizelle. She never accused any of her castmates of setting her up. But like I said, you know, she don't put nothing past Jazelle. Jazelle probably did allegedly set all this up to corroborate her narrative about Chris being a sneaky link, okay? Baby, when I tell you how Chris gathered Gizelle's ass so hard, okay? He told Jazelle, Candiace feels how she feel. Just how you felt 2 years ago. Woo, he gathered her. He was done. Andy was trying to start some shiggity. He wanted the husbands to talk bad about Juan. I saw you messy ass, Andy. Andy got to saying, yeah, Juan's not here. Don't you guys feel a certain way? You know, you guys are always at the reunion. And they was quiet, honey, okay? Quiet. So, Gordon said he ain't never scared. He said he don't want to speak on Juan's behalf, or, you know, he don't want to judge Juan for not coming to the reunion. But he is here at this reunion to support his wife. And then he said, well, now ex-wife, and that means he still supports her. Okay, Robyn, you can learn a thing or two, okay, from Gordon and Mia. Then Gordon, honey, tells Andy he's excited to be there, but he wants to share what some people have suspected, but many don't know. And then it goes off. So, child, he about to spill some more tea. I was like, ooh, child, hopefully I don't need a shot of liquor, honey. Him and Mia, honey, you don't know where they damn stories. Like, they are a soap opera waiting to happen. Mia and Gordon is what happens when you got a messy-ass soap opera mixed with some Jerry Springer and some Maury Povich, honey. Just all mixed up. But honey, Potomac needs them. They need them, because what else do they got? But anyways, you guys, that's all I have to say about all of that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.